Is this the Teahouse podcast?
Teabaggers, thank you once again for joining us to episode 32 of the Teahouse podcast.
Is it 31 or 32?
It's 32 this week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 32. It's coming and going very quickly.
We're flying.
We are flying. We've got a very fun guest on today. We've got Demi from Sol Activ Fitness. She does some really awesome stuff. She's a PT. She does online coaching, nutrition coaching, and she owns a boutique fitness studio in Melbourne.
For females only.
She's based around female only coaching and personal training and stuff. So it's really awesome to see that kind of side of it because there's not as many around. Like there's more.
There's definitely specialists and stuff.
Yeah,
but
definitely
but not as common as obviously a normal
unisex kind of gym and stuff.
Like that.
Yeah, no, so it's really awesome. We dive into just all things like with her business as well as nutrition and as well as like fitness stuff. And we fucking just rattle away with some very funny fucking convos every now and then, don't we?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Talk about our fitness compared to
hers.
It's not pretty, mate. It's not pretty at all. And we also do a fucking quiz at the end to test her.
Is she really that good of a PT?
Yeah, and as you can see,
to be determined. Watch till the end.
And as you can see, what do you got on your head there, mate?
The Teabagger boys coming up with the merch soon. You know we got the goods coming. Me and the boys. It's be coming actually around not long after this episode airs. Not straight away, but they're on the come.
We'll keep you in. So
double-sided, baby.
Double-sided. It's fucking juicy, boys. I'm very excited for it to come out.
Two-faced like the boys at Teahouse.
I feel like we've been announcing the hat for like over a month and like it's still not here, but it actually is coming. They're literally on the way. And by the time this episode airs, we are hoping, don't make any false promises or anything, but we're hoping the Monday coming from now when this episode drops that they will finally be out.
Yeah.
Woo! We're excited.
So come get two-faced with the boys.
Our first ever merch. It's exciting for the Teahouse. Making some milestones.
And make sure to go and follow us on our Facebook, our Instagram, go on our TikTok, our bread and butter. I'll say it again.
Our
Twitter.
Both YouTube channels. Our highlights as well. Because I am going to admit that I kind of like fully pretty much stopped posting on our highlights page. But I've just started bringing it back. We started bringing back the highlight page. So it's back.
We've had a few little blows on it.
We actually have. So Blake was like, bro, you got to fucking post the highlights. And I was like, yeah. And literally finally just posted a batch of them. And I was like, bro, a couple of these vids just got like 800 views overnight. And I was like, what the fuck? So random. So yeah, no, it was exciting.
Gang. So everyone go watch them.
Yeah. I've got actually the funniest story that I haven't told you yet, Blake, from this week. It was actually, so Keely's been working away in placement. So she gets up like 5 o'clock in the morning, right? And like Bubbles, ever since he was born, has like slept on my pillow.
Yeah.
So that's where he sleeps, like on my pillow every night. And I got woken up at like 5:30, right? And I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Like, and you know when you wake up and you're like not really there, but you're there? Like you're so tired.
Yeah.
So I like just lifted my head up and I was like, what the fuck is waking me up right now? And then I turn around, literally watched Bubbles throw up on my pillow. Like no joke. And it was like this long brown noodle thing with like it's just water, but brown, just leaking all down the pillow. And I was like, is this a fucking nightmare or is this real? Because this is fucked up. 5:30 in the morning. So I had to get up, fucking ditch me pillow. Oh, mate. It was not a vibe.
Sleep paralysis, but Bubbles at the end of your bed.
Yeah, if anyone actually has like animal pet stories that are kind of like, what would you say, nightmare pet stories?
Yeah.
That would be classic to send in. You should actually send in those stories because that would be fucking funny. There would be a lot of them, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. But on the funny news in the
Teahouse life. All right, so everyone knows that before we talk about empowering women today, we're going to degrade men for a second. And talk about how one of my dear friends, he fell for a trap, the old scam, the old fake Instagram OnlyFans scam. You seen one of them? I have seen one of them. Is that where they like, was it a fake account of someone and then they had in their bio?
Yeah. And it's, and it's like a fake website and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
So one of my dearest friends, one of your dearest friends too.
I do know him well.
Yes, very well. he actually fell for one of these scams and put his details into their his card details into the website, and he's been getting hacked. He's getting his money stolen for about a couple of weeks.
Oh, has he actually got his money stolen?
Yeah. And you know what's funny? The best part is he told me he got hacked and scammed recently. So now I'm sus. I reckon it's not even the first time.
Mate, bro, he's probably like subscribed to like all these different websites and it's just like rolling him with money. And he's like, fuck, what's going on here?
So it's actually true. Women are the superior species.
Yep.
And
I think it's his own breed. Probably shouldn't have said his name there. Paul,
we're cutting that.
Paul, cut that right there. Just bleep his name out, actually, Paul. Leave that in, but just bleep his name out so it's still in there. Keep it a bit of a mystery, I reckon. Nah, but without further ado, I think we're about ready to bring Demi in. So let's join her. Thanks, Demi, for joining us at the Teahouse tonight.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Officially a teabagger.
Officially a teabagger.
Yes, I'm very well. Thank you. How are you boys?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, the cold weather's kind of like hitting me. I like love winter now, and it's like nights, man. Like I can't actually deal with it.
Really? See, because I haven't obviously been a PT throughout winter yet because last year we were in COVID. So this is my first winter of being up at 5 a.m. every day. And every morning when it's like 10 degrees, I'm like, well, this is a nice warming, this nice morning because it's actually like not 2 degrees. So I'm getting used to that now, which is,
I feel like it's about to get colder.
Yeah, we haven't seen
is.
anything yet.
Yeah.
It is not that bad considering how bad it's going to get.
Yeah, because like when I go outside, I still like go out in like shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I like literally like it hurts like my body. Something chronic.
100%. And that's in Bendigo too. So like being based in Melbourne too, which is even colder again.
Yeah. Well, all the girls, they come into the studio and they're like shaking, and then I'm like, damn, I think I need to get a heater. And then like after 5 minutes, they're like, don't get a heater because they're literally like.
That's kind of
so
a hard
warm.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I feel so bad when they come in and they're so cold and they touch like the dumbbells and they're like ice and I'm like breathing fog. It's just not a mood at all. And then, but like after 5 minutes, it's fine.
Do you warm up as well? Like, because do you?
No, I just suffer.
Chill. Yeah, I was going to say, you just like.
No, I like to move around. I purposely put the dumbbells, like a lot of the weights at the opposite end of the studio. So I'm always like, constantly moving and walking and
that's good
eating
idea, actually.
up. So
yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Get my steps in. It's good.
All right, well, let's start getting into the nitty and gritty, as we like to say. So we wanted to talk a little bit, firstly, just so people are aware of kind of what you do and stuff, about Sol Activ as a business. You are based in Melbourne, which is awesome. So I actually thought you were based in Bendigo. And I literally was talking to Blake about it before. I was like, is she in Bendigo, isn't she? Because I've been following your Instagram for ages. Yeah. And I always thought you were in Bendigo.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm an adopted Bendigo person because of my time living up here. And like I was saying, I have quite a bit of friendship groups up here that joined as clients and have promoted it since the beginning. So that's probably why you would think that. But no, I'm from Melbourne and the studio is based in Melbourne. But yeah, with online clients, I have kind of a mixture in places, and Bendigo has a lot of, Yeah, that
probably is really good to branch out, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, like just having a lot of connections up here, it just became like easy to branch out in that sense of when I started, I, reached out to friends to kind of get a client base at the start. And I had a few friends up here that were interested, and I was like, let me help you. Well, you can pay me barely anything. And I just, to really kind of get experience and get a client base. So, that grew a lot from word of mouth, and is why, I guess Melbourne and Bendigo are kind of like, the two places that, I'm growing, I guess.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah. And I seen you, on your Instagram, is it recently that you have got a studio?
Yeah. So, it's 3 months old now. But before that, so obviously I couldn't work during COVID last year, and that's when, I became a PT. So I quit my old job in February last year, I think it was, which was in marketing, which I worked in for about 4 to 5 years before that. Took the leap of faith to start my own business as a PT, and then COVID hit 2 weeks later. So it wasn't the best timing at all. After that happened, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I spent the whole year in limbo. Like, do I go back to my old industry? Do I keep going with this? But I quit that job for a reason, and I went with this. And when we were allowed to work, I started with outdoor PT, and then that kind of grew into having my parents were lovely enough to give me a room in our house, and I just did some work, like studio work in there. But then it got to a point where like it was very restrictive, you know. My dad's just in there like having a cup of tea next door while the girl's like working out, and my sister's at 6 a.m. like, you're not having any clients at this time. And yeah, there's only so much you can do at home. So yeah, from then I was like, what's my next step? Which you could have gone and rented at a gym, which is majority of PTs do. That's where, you know, workplace is for us. But rent prices were quite expensive, and I noticed at that point in time my client base were kind of with me because of the one-on-one experience in a private place. You know, we weren't out around people, we weren't in a big gym space. They really liked that like personal experience.
Yep, definitely.
And when I got offered a job at a gym, and I was going to take it and move there, and then none of my clients really wanted to come over with me because that wasn't kind of what they were after, I guess, you know.
Oh yeah.
They're timid people. They want to learn in a private place. They felt comfortable with me. So yeah, when I kind of got offered that job at the gym, I kind of faced the reality of losing pretty much. I had like 10 clients at the time. And I would, pretty much have lost them all. So I was like,
Basically restructuring from there.
Yeah, well, I was like, do I just go out on a limb and just create my own studio, or do I just suck it up, start fresh at a gym and rely on the gym's leads to get me another client base? But yeah, I just guess I always had the vision of having my own studio, and I was in that position to be like, you know what, I've got this option. I'm just going to do it. And if I sink, I sink. I swim, I swim. And so far I'm swimming.
Yeah. No, it's definitely
It seems like what you have to do though, if you don't take that initial
100%.
leap.
Yeah.
And that's like what holds a lot of people back too. Like I know it holds me back from a lot of things that I do like on a regular basis, and I'm sure that's the same with everyone as well. So that's cool that you sort of at least push through that initial fear.
Yeah. Well, I guess after COVID, I kind of just, throughout that, I made it through COVID without working, and, you know, trying to launch a PT, you know, job when you couldn't even work basically. So that from that point onwards, I was like, if I can get through that period of time, like what's it going to hurt just trying something else like this? And, you know, I just thought at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, I can rent this space out to maybe like, I don't know, like a beautician or something like that. Like there's plenty of other options there. So I spent all of January basically. I noticed that January is obviously going to be my downtime because everyone's away. My clients, you know, it wasn't work with them during that time. So throughout that period, I was just painting and getting it all ready. And then, I think it was end of February, early March that I launched it. And since then, it's grown quite well. I'm really like happy with where it's at the moment. So
No, it actually looks really awesome.
Thank you.
Has the online coaching sort of helped like grow and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think at the moment, like my focus when I got the studio was to cement myself with face-to-face training, especially this last year was my first year as a PT. I was also lucky enough to work casually at BodyFit, which is a group fitness. Hi, Bubbles. Bubbles.
See what I mean? Yeah, he's friendly as.
The introduction. It's final.
I worked at BodyFit as a group fitness trainer before COVID as well. So I did have, I can't remember what I was saying now. What was I saying?
Wow, Bubbles really fucking distracted the advice there, bud.
I know,
Thanks, Bubbles.
Blowing up the situation.
Online coaching, that's what you're saying. Yeah, no, I guess whenever the advice everyone, like all my old PTs and people in the industry tell you, when you're starting out, like really cement yourself as a face-to-face trainer because you really get that one-on-one experience with people. You learn how people work, how they move. So that was kind of really important to me at the start to like learn that before I moved online. But I didn't have a choice. Like I launched a business during a pandemic where the only option for PTs to work was online. So I was kind of like, I'm not going to just wait till I can work face-to-face. Like I'm just going to have to throw myself in there and, you know, do what I can. And working with friends at the start was the best because like they were brutally honest with me and they could tell me when what I was doing wasn't, you know, the best kind of coaching. So I got like, I think that made me like really cemented me with online coaching. And, you know, now, I'm probably say I'm evenly split between online and face-to-face. So,
Is there any correlation? Like, do you have any like clients that come into the gym that you also
I
online
do,
stuff?
which is really cool because it's fun because it's like you speak to them.
Double money.
You don't, entrepreneur life. You speak to them. You don't see them ever. You just like I send them voice messages and they'll type back. So you don't really get the as personal experience with online. So when I've gotten to meet the girls in person, it's really cool because it's like, I talk to them so much. We like have this like really strong relationship, but we actually have never met each other. So there's been a time where I've got girls that are from the area. They've come in and just done a, technique session with me and stuff. And yeah, it's really cool. But obviously that's, a lot of online coaching is based because people can't come to the studio face to face. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. I kind of wanted to bring up, because you do have a marketing background. We wanted to ask, is there anything behind the soul in Sol Activ?
Well,
is there a meaning? What does it mean?
No, a little bit, yeah. So sol means sun in Spanish, and I love the sun. I have it tattooed on my wrist.
Oh,
Looks like
true.
the brightness button on a Mac. It doesn't really look like a sun.
It actually does look like the brightest button. It actually does.
I got that when I was in Europe, and I just love the sun. And I actually just saw that word one day, and I just loved the sound of it. It kind of just like came to me one day. It was in my old job, and whenever I finished one of my jobs there, I'd just be sitting there like planning and Googling this vision that I had, and I'd just be putting words together and playing around, and then I just saw soul, and I guess like it's super cliche. I never roll with this meaning, but like it does really mean like do whatever's good for your soul. Like that is kind of like the whole basis of my business. It's like not a very traditional PT where I'm like eat really healthy and like exercise every day. I'm like, being healthy to me is just doing what's good for your soul. And sometimes that might mean eating a block of chocolate when you feel like shit. To me, like, do you know what I mean? That's
100%.
kind of, so that's super cliche, but it also does have a lot to do with that.
And it's worked into a catchy catchphrase as well that I like. Soul food I seen the other day. Need that 20% soul food. I was like, yes.
I know the puns that come with soul. There is a lot of them. I didn't plan that. I just loved that name, and then everything just kind of came together.
Oh, it's the best. Like we've been trying to do it. We've got like Mr. T, tea baggers.
The tea baggers is great. That's a cool. Like I have the Soul Club, so like having that community.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, we didn't know what to call them. We're like, fuck, what do we call like our fans, so to speak? We came up with teabaggers. Yeah, it's like
beautiful.
It's like a, what do you call it? Like a backhand insult almost. In a way, but like not really. Like to be called a teabag, but like I don't know. It's kind of different. Isn't it?
Backhanded compliment.
Backhanded compliment. That's sorry.
Backhanded insult. Just a double insult.
Literally.
Spit on your afterwards.
Literally.
Oh god. I was curious like. Because I reckon it's really cool that you sort of specialize in female only, which is like I reckon there should be more sort of specialists in general and stuff. Like what are different challenges that like women would face compared to like men? Yeah,
I think that what drew me towards females more at the start, I kind of had the original vision to go just with females, but then my sister, I remember she said to me like, that's stupid if you just like confine your market. Like why don't you just go in with both and then like why would you try and split your market in half? And then I was like, true, that makes sense. But I just always felt like females a lot more drawn to me, and I'm more drawn to assisting them. Primarily just because I am a female, first of all, and second of all, I've been through the shitter with all of that stuff my whole life. I've been someone that struggled with dieting. I yo-yo dieted for so long. I'd put on weight, I'd lose it. I'd do all the stupid shit that young girls do. And I felt like I just when I found that like equilibrium for myself, I was like, I need to be able to share this with other people and other females and help them. So I think that's like why especially, I got drawn to just, females. But males, they're so different. Males also, I know, struggle with a lot of, physique issues and stuff like that. But I feel like coming from the background I have, I can't really offer as much assistance to males with experience because I don't have it. And so, that's, I think, the difference of what stealing the show, Bubbles.
And
he's stealing the show.
Is it like you're sort of saying it and like touching on it before, how like your clients liked the more studio one-on-one sort of stuff. Do they also find it like better just being around other females and not like men in the gym and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, I think that's definitely like, and I think that came from just like personal experience as well. Like nothing against men at the gym, but like there are times where, you know, like you're in a space and you're wanting to train and then you might feel intimidated by guys who are, you know, there, they know what they're doing. They're really experienced. And, you know, when I was new to training, I felt like an absolute idiot in the gym. I hated being there around, you know, males and females who were a lot more experienced. And so, yeah, I think like when you're a beginner in the gym, you always think people are watching you. I think that's like one key thing every person says to me when they start. Like, I hate the gym. I feel like everyone's watching me, watching what I can't do and stuff like that. When as you go on and you become more experienced, like no one's watching you. Everyone's obsessed with themselves at the gym. They don't notice anyone around them.
Yeah.
But having that, you know, security of being in a private space and it's literally just them and I, and if they do make a mistake, they don't give a shit because it's, you know, no one's there to see it. So so I definitely think that that's a big point to what I'm doing.
I completely agree.
Because I sort of don't want to go to gyms with other big males anymore just because I'm sick of having to like grab bigger weights to look tougher than I am.
Yeah, like grab the 70 kilo dumbbell.
Just putting it straight. And stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I totally understand that.
No. I don't do that.
Do the girls that you PT all have like really common goals in the way of, is it either always like I want to lose weight or are they kind of like really
broad,
varied? Yeah.
I mean, like, to be honest, majority of them, it's a physique-based goal, which totally understandable. You know, it's the industry, I guess, I work in. People, you know, I guess we grew up in a time where you're made to feel like you should
they want to see your results, not just feel results.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about seeing the results. But I guess like as a trainer, part of your job is to really help them understand that there's a lot more to this than just your physique results. Because if you just purely rely on that, you'll never be happy. Because even in myself, like when I train and I've set myself a goal and I reach it, if it's a physique goal, I'm still not happy with. I still want to do something else. I still want to go further. So, and that's usually everyone. So it's always really important, I think, as a trainer to help set other goals for them, you know, and remind them that just because, you know, they're not seeing like, you know, their scale drop down or something like that, there's still other ways that they're getting results. You know, they'll come in and every girl I have comes in and smashes a new PB, but then they'll say to me, oh, you know, I didn't lose any weight this week. And I'm like, you just smashed your PB by like 5 kilos. Like that is massive results. Like you've got to help them recognize there's more. Yeah, there's more than just a physique goal. And I guess that's like one of the biggest things for me as a coach, especially with females, is helping transform that like mindset around, you know, what they're doing, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, you really inspired me. Usually we have a beer and I've got just the water tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I love that. I don't go anywhere without this thing. It's my best friend.
I'm shocking with drinking water.
Really?
I'm like, oh, horrible. Never have a bottle on me. Never really have cups of water.
Always say whenever you eat food, have a drink of water. Have a glass of water. That's whenever I have people that tell me that they don't drink water. It's the best way to remind yourself.
I used to eat my meal at Macca's, then drink my Coke afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't, none of that at the same time stuff.
Pure health. Look at you now.
Role models.
Yeah. Do you ever get, I don't know, like I would say unhappy clients when they're like, and blame you in a way kind of thing? Because I imagine that would be like a lot of pressure because like they're relying on you for like to change their whole fitness, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. But I think like there is that pressure. I always think about that. But for me, the way I structure my services is I always have like a review every 8 weeks with a client where we sit down and, you know, people's goals change. They might start off at the start thinking, you know, I want to lose 10 kilos. This is my goal. And then shit happens. Like they might break up with their boyfriend or, you know, something happens in their life and their goals, that's not their main focus eventually. So I think like the key purpose is to always keep aligned with what they want. So I'm making sure that what I'm giving them is aligned to that. So yeah, there are times where I can kind of get the vibe that what we set out for at the start, it's kind of not going in that direction, or, you know, they won't stick to the plan. And, you know, every week they'll check in and be like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't do this. And it's like, that's okay. But like, let's just revisit your goals and say like, maybe you're not ready to be doing, you know, a fat loss phase right now. Like maybe, you're too stressed out. Let's do something different. And just making sure we're always on par together. Because that's super important. From my experience of working with coaches, if, you know, I had a goal and they weren't kind of coaching me in that direction, I would just lose interest. And that was something I really took away from my coaching experience with other people, is like, if you don't know what I want, then I'm not going to want to stick around with you because I'm paying you to get me there kind of thing. So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon it like, because for those who don't know, I'm actually qualified personal trainer myself.
He actually is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, actually.
I forget sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I did it ages ago. I was 16 when I did it.
Wow.
And
Did you ever work in the industry?
No, I never did. Mainly because like
Work experience.
yeah, I did work experience and stuff. But like I think what scared me, what you were talking about before, when you go, because like I went to a gym and be like, hey, can I personal train here? And it was like a rental based thing.
Yeah.
And it was like I was like 16. I was like $500 I don't even know. It was like a week or something.
It's actually I didn't know that either. That's something that I don't feel like when I like had this idea to be a PT and I was so excited over it. I just literally thought, you sign up to a gym and you were just kind of like an employee. I don't know. I just didn't know that
I didn't know
there was
either.
such high costs involved. And it's enough to scare a lot of people away from doing that because it's a big, you're paying. It's not like when you have a normal job, like in my in my old job of marketing, I didn't pay to rent my office.
Yeah.
But like as a PT, that's what you do. You pay to rent where you work. So
No job security.
it's like if you don't get clients, then that's too bad. Like it's just on you. Like,
yeah, literally. And it's expensive as fuck. It's
is
so expensive.
I know. That's why that option of getting my own studio just came to light because I was like, I'm going to be paying this anyway at a gym. Why don't I just get my own place where it's my space? I get my own office.
Yeah.
I can train in there myself. Like it just seems like a no-brainer, really.
100%. Do you actually notice, and I'm not going to point out any gyms in specific, but I feel like a lot of personal trainers like will literally walk past someone doing the worst form of something ever and just like ignore it. They don't smile or anything. Sometimes they don't even say g'day to you. But then like when they're personal training someone, it's like your best mates. Like their best mates.
Yeah.
I find that so weird.
Well, like when I remember, because I did get offered, when we came out of, so in Melbourne, we had that little break of lockdown. I think it was in June before we went to the other lockdown. So in that time period, I had just finished my Cert 4 and I was really proactive in trying to get work. I just wanted to get a job as a PT because I was still working casually as a fitness instructor, but that was completely different. It's group fitness. I was casual there, so I was on a wage.
Yeah.
And I did get a job at a gym and it was kind of that setup. I was like, so you guys are going to give me leads. That's obviously part of the setup of why you work for a gym because they give you, they'll give you pretty much, you think they give you clients. That's how you think it works. But they were just like, no, you're just going to have to hang around and smile and wave. I'm like, that's so freaky. Imagine me just at the gym like, what's going on? Like, I'm PT. If you ever need help, just yell it out. It's like, I'm surprised people, like you might see people do that because I'm like, I feel like they'd have to be on their best behavior hunting clients down.
Mate, seriously, I was at the gym one time and this random dude came up to me. He's like, hey man, can you show me how to do this like form-wise on like this piece of equipment? I was like, mate, why would you not just go to a personal trainer? I'm just chilling here.
That's so
like,
uncomfortable.
oh wait, he actually did go to a personal trainer.
I was going to say, you're going to be like, well, we've come
Flicked
to the
out
right
my
place.
fucking certificate. I actually am qualified, mate.
Well,
Let me hook you up right now.
I know it was probably pretty obvious. You must have known already.
He's wearing like a lanyard with his ID on it.
Yeah, bad.
I am PT.
I wanted to touch on before how you were saying like with your stuff, like obviously you got to be like a fitness role model and stuff, but a lot of like what you're talking about is like also good headspace.
Yeah.
And like having bar of chocolate when you want or having your cheat days or whatever else sort of thing. Like obviously just being human and stuff like that. So obviously you have those sort of days and stuff yourself.
100%.
And do you tell your clients that sort of stuff?
Yeah, cool, I think that's why we get along so well because I always pride myself as I am just a normal person. Like I think when one of the things like I wanted to start this business so badly is because I was sick of seeing the same repetitive like cliche shit in the like on social media. It's just the same thing that you see with these fitfluencers, like what I eat in a day and like they're just not. It doesn't seem real. And then people think, okay, you have to live this ridiculously restricted lifestyle to look like that or to live a healthy lifestyle, which is just not the truth at all. And so I think like that's one thing I wanted to always show. Like I love like exercise. I love keeping fit and I enjoy food, but like I enjoy food. I enjoy all food. Yeah. I love chocolate. I eat it all the time. Yeah. That's just a part of life. You should enjoy food. It shouldn't be something that you look at and you're accounting all the time. And like that's one thing I kind of like preach to them all the time. Like you can literally live the best of both worlds. You do not have to be a fit, healthy person.
Yep.
That means you can't go out and you can't drink with your friends and you can't enjoy yourself. Like,
Yep.
what's the fun in that at all? So
literally.
Yep.
yeah, I'm not a fitfluencer at all. That's one thing with my social media and stuff. I'm like, I don't think anyone would even give a shit what I do because like it's so normal. Like I'm just, I do probably just as much as what my clients do. And that's
Do you feel like you have to be like a good role model in a way?
Yeah. I think like the pressure, like I think I had one of my coaches tell me like, if you can't like showcase that lifestyle, then this job's not for you. And a lot of people would say that to me, like if you don't live and breathe this stuff, you'll never make it really far. And that always kind of like pissed me off because I felt like saying that's why there is such a toxic relationship with this stuff, because why can't I be someone who goes and has drinks on the weekend and like, you know, gets pissed or like
Still healthy.
but I'm still really healthy. I'm also super happy and like I live a really awesome life. Why is that not classed as like someone that's healthy?
Yep.
You know, because I'm not like, I don't have ripped abs or I'm a size 6. Like how does that not, you know, correlate with me being healthy? It's like changing this attitude around what a fit and healthy person is, because everyone just sees this shit on Instagram and they think that person's super fit and healthy when like they could be so depressed and unhappy with their life and themselves. That's not healthy, you know?
100%.
So yeah.
You heard it at Sol Activ first. 80% whole food, 20% soul food.
I love that slogan. I'm going to roll with that.
Oh, that's
I'm glad
good.
you picked that up.
Marketing advice for you this time, actually.
No, I read it off her, mate.
Oh, did you? I thought you just made that up, dude. What?
You're hired.
Fuck. Oh, I thought you were good, mate. I was giving you a fucking praise there, dude. Shit.
No, this is one of my
Take that back.
posts. Get your research done there.
I actually should.
Oh, no. You're throwing us under the bus here a little bit.
Wait, is anyone, what we're talking about just before, does anyone follow Trisha? Oh, I forgot her last name. And she's like an influencer, YouTuber kind of person. She does like,
Trisha, no.
oh, I forgot her last name, but she does like what I eat for a day. And it's literally like for brekkie, she'll just be eating donuts and shit. It's like one of those. And Killy's like, how good is this? And like loves it on TikTok and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah, no, I need to get all my clients to say to me like, oh, this like fitness TikTok video. And they're like, I'm so old. Like, actually, in saying that, I love TikTok, but I mustn't watch enough content for the fitness ones to come up. Like, I just watch the stupid
Shit
silly
ones,
video.
like the rest of us.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
Absolute brain porn. Nothing good. Nothing useful at all.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I'm like, everyone's telling me about all this fitness content on TikTok, and it's a lot of stuff like that, which is really good to hear. That like a lot of these real people are, you know, coming through, and this content is, you know, coming out, and people are not believing all this stuff that you know we were sold to. Like at my age, it was so different, and now it's like I think times are changing, which is really cool to see.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you were like sort of saying that before. I was sort of curious, like what sort of myths are in the industry, like common ones that like you sort
heaps.
of. Yeah.
Oh my god, like you shouldn't eat before you go to bed. I feel like that was one that I always.
Is that a myth?
That doesn't mean
thought that
anything.
was so bad.
Like you just it depends. Like digestion, looking at it from a digestive point of view, it's good to give your body a rest. That's why people intermittent fast, because a lot of that has to do with digestion.
I thought it was like a weight thing.
No,
or
it's got
something.
nothing to do with like if it's just not at all. It means
True.
nothing. Literally at 10 o'clock, and if you still ate within a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight the next day. It doesn't matter the time.
How bad's this? I woke up at like 3 o'clock the other morning. I was like, fuck, I want a little snack. I had a cherry ripe. A little cherry ripe.
You woke up and had a cherry ripe.
At 3 in the morning.
My dad used to just like wake up in the middle of the night, just snack a bottle of Coke,
That's fucking gross.
go straight to bed.
Yuck. Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Stunning.
He
Love
liked
that.
it. Hey, 20% soul food.
Yeah, true.
Right? Let him
20% of the
Would you
day.
say that and just
Yeah.
play? I love that. I'm gonna play at the start when people walking into my studio.
Mate, I'll put some sass on it, whatever you want. I'm
You make it one of your buttons.
actually.
Should sound like that, mate, for sure.
But no, there's that one. There's actually, what is that? Carbs. Oh, there was always this fear created about carbs. I don't know where has come from, but carbs are great. I remember when my coach started feeding me carbs, I was like, what the fuck are you doing to me? Like, you're going to fatten me up.
Yeah.
Cook me now. I just didn't understand why they, give me so many carbs, but that's a massive myth. Carbs are great.
Really?
Give you so
Yeah.
much energy.
Yeah, I was
Like,
going to say.
yeah, they're not bad at all. So when people come to me and they fear carbs, I'm like, that's a ridiculous myth. I have no idea where they come from either. So
True. Fuck, don't tell me that. I already smashed carbs.
Good, there you go. Bouncing off walls.
Yeah. It's mainly bad fats, isn't it?
I always
Isn't that
got
what's
told
bad?
not to double carb.
What?
So no potatoes and no chips at the same time. Like you can't double carb.
Well, like it depends on your goal. That's the thing. Like it's like you might say double carbs is bad, but it's like for what? Like for what's your goal? Like why is it bad for you? Or is it like your goal to be really healthy nutritionally? Then like you shouldn't. Like you know, saturated fats are not that great for that goal. But if you're just trying to lose weight, like doesn't really matter. I don't want to say it. You can eat well.
Don't get yourself in trouble here or anything.
Yeah, but you can't just go crazy and eat shit all the time. But if you're eating within a restricted calorie amount, you can still lose weight. So you can definitely eat KFC. If it's in the calorie amount, you will still lose weight.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
it's just when people ask me questions like that, I'm like, well, it's just going to be very super individualized to like what.
Yeah, it depends on your what is it like calorie count, carb count for the day or whatever you can
and it
eat.
depends on body types and stuff anyway, doesn't it? Because it's like some people
how we metabolize food and
take in body fats differently to others and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I was like literally just thinking about it and it just left my head. But
A myth.
Hey,
Was it a myth?
yeah, it was a myth.
Yeah.
So eating less, being acquainted with losing weight. Because I know a lot of
people say like you starve yourself.
sort of stuff. Like, because I know like there's a lot more science and stuff into it and stuff. And like I know like a lot of women that try like these botchy diet stuff and like that one that fills your gut up so you can't eat as much and shit like that. Like
And guys.
yeah,
guys do it.
yeah, true.
Yeah, and
sorry.
like skinny me tea. Do you
Yeah,
remember
like
that?
stuff like
They
that.
just like bloat your gut and make you shit like this.
Oh, so it's like a laxative type thing.
They're like a laxative. So all they're doing is like getting rid of the digestion, like everything in your stomach. Of course you're going to drop weight because it's cleaning you out.
yeah.
It's not making you, I can't believe that still exists. Like silly me, I did that years ago and I must have signed up to their email subscription. The other day I got an email from them and I was like, how the fuck are you still a company? Like it's the most crook stuff.
Is that really bad for you though? Like when you're just pooing all the time? Like,
well,
it's
I
not
just
good,
can't
is it?
believe that exists. Like, how is that? Like, it's like fat blasters and stuff. Like, my boyfriend was telling me the other day, like, oh, sorry, he's gonna hate that I said this, but like, he took one years ago.
Get him down, get him out. Yes.
Like, he took one ages ago, like, a long time ago. Sorry, Sam. Anyway, he was telling me, and I'm like, I can't. Like, of course. I say this, but I'm like, of course, general population believe this stuff because you have like no one has any idea, but. That stuff is literally just a stimulant. It's the same shit as coffee. It just makes you move more.
Yeah.
So therefore you burn more fat. Like you burn more when you're moving more. That's all it does. And I'm like, how is this stuff that's like there to literally trick you allowed to be sold?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre to me. Like,
I get confused about that all the time as
yeah,
well.
like there's such like skinny me tea. Like how toxic of a company does that sound?
Yeah.
And it's
Bad.
still there. Like I just thought that would be like, people would have been like, not buying into that anymore. But yeah, then I also remember, hey, you've actually learned quite a bit over your time. There are people out there that still, then that was who I was, 4 or 5 years ago. I was someone that bought skinny me tea, hoping that in 1 week I'd drop like 4 kilos. Like I do like, detoxes with juices because I was like, yeah, I want to detox and be healthy. But on the inside, I'm like, I want to lose 5 kilos really fast. There was always the underlying goal of losing.
I want this shit to strip.
Like you try, I'm like, yeah, I just want to be healthy. But like on the inside, I just wanted to lose weight. And, so now I'm like, that stuff is ridiculous. But then I'm also like, come on, you also didn't know this, when you weren't a PT. So how can you blame people for falling for that stuff, I guess?
Yeah, and it's like quick fix.
Especially because there's so many stuff around it. And I feel like the proper education for general health and stuff isn't really pushed out
you
there
don't
that
really,
often.
Yeah, well,
They give you the pyramid and then they just go.
and that's so outdated. It's
Figure it
so
out.
outdated now that as well. Like there's, if you just listen, like with the facts now, like the nutritional pyramid that we get taught, I couldn't even recite that to you. Like it's super outdated. Like you always hear the two ends of the sword. Like you've got your vegans and vegetarians who are like, that stuff's ridiculously like stupid. It shouldn't be out there for people to learn. But then you've got people that like, so yeah, there is so much information out there, so much. And what I say to my clients, instead of like trying to understand it all, it's just trying to understand what works for you, because that's the key. If you can understand how your body works and reacts to certain things, then you kind of will succeed. It's just you got to find that for you. Not worry about everything else that's out there.
You don't need to know everything. You just need to know
what works for you and your body and what you can adhere to for over a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it has to be manageable, doesn't it? Like you
100%.
can't give someone that doesn't want to go running 30 Ks a night.
Yeah, exactly.
A plan that goes and runs 30 Ks a night.
Exactly. And that's what you just said about the quick fix. You know, everyone sees this stuff because we're marketed this quick fix. We're marketed 8-week challenges. You know, look at this complete body transformation in 8 weeks. And we're like, oh, fuck yeah, we can do that in 8 weeks. Sign me up. But these are the people that you don't see what happens after that. You don't see these people completely rebound. Like the reverse dieting is the most important part of a fat loss transformation. You lose that weight, awesome. But how are you going to get back out of that? Like most people just go back to their normal lifestyle straight away and completely and then it's harder to lose. Like that weight is like literally harder to lose. It stores, you know, harder in the body. So
because your body's not used to it, you've been eating so clean and you've just chucked it.
Yeah. And then it's just like that yo-yo, and that's what I'm saying. Like I've been there before. I've done that. Like I've literally lost 10 kilos doing a 12-week program. I'm like, woohoo, get to 12 weeks and then like
celebrate, go get on the jeans.
I'm just like, what do I do now?
30 cruises.
Do I look like a cruiser girl?
I don't know.
Then I was.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what one of our previous guests, Jed Zimmer, said the exact same thing.
Literally just singing that.
Oh, really?
He says like he wouldn't tell his clients to do anything they couldn't manage forever. They wouldn't do for the rest of their life.
100%. And at the start, they might. That's the problem at the start with clients because they want immediate results. So if they're not seeing it within like 6 to 8 weeks, which they will see some results, but it's probably not as fast as they want. That's always the thing. It's like they expect to be losing 1 kilo to 2 kilos a week. And I'm like, that's insane. That is a lot of weight to lose. Like if you lost that weight over a really long period of time, like you would die. Like you would literally be nothing. So you've got to like teach them sustainable, like the way that's sustainable. Like they come to me, they've gone out for drinks with their friends on the weekends and they're living this life and they're getting results. And I'm like, would you rather that or would you rather be so restricted that you can't do anything?
Yeah.
Get faster results, but live a miserable life. Like you've got to find the balance. But that's the psychology of personal training because people come to you for results and they want them so fast. Yeah. So you've got to also like manage the way that they think and like coach that, you know, this, if you do this fast, it will never be forever. You'll have to just keep coming back. If I can teach you how to sustain this over a year, and then you can go off and just be on, you're not going to rely on me. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Not a very good business model, but it's my goal. You learn, you're educated, and then you go off and you live and you understand it now. You don't need to rely on a PT anymore.
Oh, that's good. I imagine all the girls that you have actually appreciate that.
Yeah,
you know
definitely. I wouldn't want, if I had them for longer than like, you know, a really long period of time, I'm not doing my job properly. They're not learning anything, you know.
Yep.
They come to get results, but they need to also be learning what they're doing. And that's kind of like what I really pride myself on. I'm like, I'll give them a plan and I'm like, this is why we're doing this. And this is like where I want to get you by this time frame.
Yep.
And explain it. So they're not just like doing it without any idea.
Yeah. They sort of know exactly why they're doing certain things.
Exactly right.
And that's like a common thing, I reckon, too. Because like if I was told to do something and like honestly didn't know why drinking a cup of water before I ate my breakfast and I'm just like talking absolute rubbish. But that example, like I'd probably be like, I'm not drinking that cup of water.
Well, that's what it eventually gets like that. And again, from working with coaches in my experience, if they haven't, like I'm like that annoying client. I'm like, please tell me more. Like tell me everything why you've done this for me because I want to know and I want to learn. Like that's how I used to be before I was a PT. I'd want to know exactly what the goal was that they've plan this for me because then I will follow it better because I know what exactly I'm going to get out of it rather than just following this plan blindly because what's that going to by the end of it, you're just going to be like not really motivated by it, I guess, because you can't see that end goal. Yeah.
So you tell me I can't have cupcakes tomorrow. Why? It's like
that fits into the 20%, doesn't it? Do you reckon it's really important to tell your clients to do? Because I noticed on your Instagram page you do a lot of before and after photos. Do you reckon that's like really important to tell them that so they can see how far they've come?
Yeah, look, I'm really torn between transformation photos because, like, the sad thing is they are the most engagement I will get on my social media. People see that I can get people results, which is awesome. But at the same time, I really I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know about them because they see this transformation, then they see the number of how long it took that person and that's all they see. Yep. They see, oh my God, she got this girl, you know, this body in 6 weeks. I want that. That's like, if I can't get that, you know what I mean? Like, and then they get this like warped idea in their head that if they can't achieve that, either I'm a bad coach or, you know, something's wrong with them.
Yep.
So I'm really torn between that. But like at the same time, that's my job. And these are, you know, this is my work. This is what I've gotten results for people. But like, I wish I could explain, you know, I've got one girl at the moment who's, you know, lost over 10 kilos, but like the transformation in who she is as a person is like insane. And like,
so that's the stuff you'd want to focus more on.
yeah. And like, it's just hard to, in a social media setting,
Take a photo of how happy they are.
Yeah.
Before and after, I just frown really bad. Look really sad right here.
Actually,
Sad face. Happy.
Chuck a thumbs up. Chuck a thumbs up.
yeah, but like no one, that's the thing with social media and like the fitness industry, no one gives a shit about that. They don't see that, like, unless that person goes and tells people, that's the only way that markets that for me. It's, yeah. So like at the same time, like obviously, you know, I have got people results and I do want to showcase that because these people work really hard and, you know, I also work really hard to get them there. But at the same time, yeah, there's a lot of girls who maybe haven't had such a big physique transformation, but like the way that they've changed their lives and their habits and their routines is massive. And it's just kind of sad that, you know, that's not going to get me very far in reach on social media.
Yep.
I hope that, you know, that's one thing I really want to stick to my guns with and make sure I do really shout out to those people that, you know, are doing the hard work and it might not just show on their bodies.
Yep.
Because, to me, that's the biggest, transformation you can get really.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
changing your life, basically.
Mindset and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that I've done this in the past, but I'm asking you, have you ever done this? Have you ever taken a before photo and then just never worked out? And then just
oh
had
my
a bunch
God, yes. My whole
I've done that so many times. I actually have done that.
and then just never did.
I literally have.
I want to, like, they actually, when I get enough, I make my clients do this, but like I literally have probably like 10 before photos in my like youth of just like the amount of times I've tried dieting and there's just never an end photo. Like,
There's just never an end photo.
it's just the start, like 10 photos of the starting photos. Like, it happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm right there with you.
I've definitely done that. I've for sure done that.
Now we wanted to do a rate my diet
Okay.
from us. From us. My diet's actually fun.
God.
Do you want to go first,
You
please?
need to include the cherry rice
So
that you had.
I'm 80% soul food. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of. So I'm pretty sure. What did I have last night? So I had a KFC last night. I had Macca's for brekkie. I had a coffee for lunch.
Yuck.
I know that.
I had a spare zinger this morning for brekkie from the.
Did you order an extra zing? Did you try and have two zinger burgers last night?
It was a family burger box. I had 3 burgers last night.
I can guarantee after this podcast you'll go through Macca's before we go home. Yeah.
Nah, probably grilled tonight.
Yeah,
That's a healthier
spice it up.
option.
Yeah.
They are
I like
healthy burgers.
The healthier option. Yes, I like that. I'll get like the Wagyu or something. Sure,
Yeah.
that's healthy, mate. So, yeah.
Lots of protein.
Yeah. Chuck some extra lettuce on there or something. Spice it up. Shit, that's actually. What do you?
Diet?
Yeah, how do you rate that, Demi?
Oh, look, again, what's your goal? Like, me and my boyfriend have this argument because he's like, I'm trying to grow, like I'm trying to get bigger. And so like, he's like, I'm just eating heaps of food. Isn't that what I'm meant to do? And he's like eating shithouse foods. But he tries, and I'm like,
Not like that.
I'm like, but he's justified because he's like, well, he's just trying to eat calories. And like at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you grow bigger.
Yeah.
So look,
And give you high
in
cholesterol.
hindsight to nutritional value, like that's a big 0 for me, hun.
Yeah. I've definitely got a few more extra pimples from it. But
Your insides are like, please stop doing that.
yeah, my body hates me, but it's okay.
That's so good. Mine's probably like similar, but not the same. Yeah, I reckon like I have takeaway a bit too much, but not as bad as Blake.
Yeah.
And then I have just like a lot of. Keely actually cooks meals for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
then.
she's like kind of does some nice stuff. So mine's probably a little bit better. Like I had like this massive pasta bake thing for lunch today.
No veggies in it?
KFC last night. Hey?
Was there veggies in it?
Lots of cheese.
There's onions in it.
Peaches.
Yeah, lots of
Onion.
cheese and meat.
Yeah.
That's all was in
Cheese,
one, right?
meat, pasta.
Yeah, nice. Yep. No, I approve that.
Carbs, hey?
Yeah, great.
Am I right?
Carbs, all
Carbs
about
are good.
them. Yep.
Carbs are good. I'm fucking bulking, mate, all right? Back off.
Fuck, you're as big as Keno now.
Almost big as who? Who?
That's my boyfriend.
Sam.
Oh, true. Oh, Keno. I didn't know what you said. True. Oh, true. Yeah, classic. Anyway, our diets are shit.
Yeah, no, look, yeah, like, who am I to judge? I'm honestly like, you do you, doll. If you're happy, I'm all about it.
Exactly.
What's good for
You
your
happy,
soul.
man? Blake's not happy. He tells me all the time. He's like, fuck, I eat like shit and I feel like shit
Well, you know
too.
what? Yeah, I was going to say, if you eat
feel
like
terrible.
shit, you're going to feel like shit. That's one thing people say to me. As soon as they start eating better and clean up the food they're eating, they're like, wow, I feel heaps better. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a domino effect. As soon as you start moving, eating better, your mental health gets better, you feel better. It's just, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I hope I'm inspiring you.
I get inspired actually quite a bit. Like I'll for a short amount of time, I'll be like running every morning, cooking every night, and then it'll slowly just drop off.
What's the unsustainable part about this? What do you not like that you can't stick to?
So basically I'm lazy, and it really and a discipline problem, really bad discipline issues.
Sounds like you need a coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes. Yes. Well, you only do females, so I suppose I'll find me male only coach then.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm pretty discriminatory in this day and age.
That's so funny. Do you have, what's like your go-to cheat meal?
Oh yeah. It's
If you're going to lash out.
Okay, first of all, cheat meals don't exist. Cheat meal, food is food. There's no such thing as good or bad food.
All right,
Food is food.
What's
so
your soul food?
yes, yeah. Cheat meals, yeah, scratch that. Like what would it be? Honestly, I have dessert every night because, you know, I'm all about that. Yeah, of course.
Keely loves it too.
I fit it in my calories, so why not? I literally, chocolate. I can't, hands down, I love chocolate. Like, and I can't stop. If I have like if I buy a block, I'm eating that block in one sitting. Like,
I'm shocking. I
100%.
don't buy blocks anymore.
How can any person buy and just have like 6 squares?
That's me. I've lost
Really?
my sweet tooth. Yeah, I don't have one.
Really?
Yeah, Keely like will have dessert and I never have dessert with her usually.
Really?
Yep.
No, like
I
I like that, and I love potato. Like potato, obviously they're not bad for you at all, but like I indulge in potatoes. So
Yeah.
Yep.
anyone watching this, there's actually a calorie conscious potato called Spudlight. You buy it from Woolies and Coles, and they're really low calories. So like
We just bought low calorie potatoes today actually.
Oh, really?
And I said to Keely, I was like, fucking did not know you could get low calorie.
Yeah, so like
potatoes.
literally you can have about 400 grams of this potato and it's like 200 calories, which is nothing. So I usually always have like, I literally eat this all the time. It's like loaded potatoes. So I get like a whole bowl of potatoes and then like minced beef and like sauces, and I just love it.
Fucking love mashed potato too.
How good?
Keely hates
There
it,
you
so I
go.
never have it. Sucks.
Really?
Yeah, I
She
miss it
hates
actually.
mashed potato.
I was talking about it today. I almost cried.
Mashed potatoes is my favorite.
Potatoes are just the greatest thing invented.
Oh, 100.
I love them.
Actually,
And sweet
Aren't they?
potatoes.
Yeah, well, look.
hates sweet
Yeah,
potato.
no.
Fucking hate them.
Do you really not about that?
Really?
Like, potatoes are way better than
Yeah,
sweet
way better. I don't know. Sweet potato is a bit. They look, and they're orange and shit.
Yeah, sweet potato's weird cousin. Like,
Yeah, like
They're
that no
alright.
one likes. You know,
Yeah.
there's like that weird dude in the
And
corner.
That's coming from the KFC connoisseur over here. So
hey,
mate-
don't grilled have them? Sweet potato fries?
yeah,
There
I'll
you
be getting
go.
them later. I got
Right on
the
it.
I got the zucchini chips the other day. I felt like such a
at
Fitzborough.
you.
I know, it was so good.
Oh, they actually probably wouldn't be that bad. I couldn't go then.
They're actually higher calories than normal chips.
They actually fucking.
I was in it for the minerals.
Yeah.
Right? I couldn't think of the word.
Oh, I love that. You sound it. You sound,
Change
hard.
man. All right, guys. Shall we get into the quiz?
Yeah, we want
Yes.
to see how good of a PT
Oh, okay.
Demi really is. We're not too sure yet, but we'll be fucking really sure in a second.
Yep. How about we just rattle one off each?
Yeah, done.
One in a row. Do you want to go first, mate?
All right. And these are complete garbage too.
We were just like on Google, like, what the fuck can we do? Like, just looked them all up. So good.
All right. All right. Are ab exercises enough to burn fat? True or false?
False.
Fuck, that's
You are
great.
correct.
That's pretty good.
Fuck. Don't worry about it.
Do you have a clapping?
Yes, we'll keep that up.
He's gonna go
No, we're
through
good.
all
We're
of
good.
it. Yeah. That was actually I actually knew that one myself. I reckon that one's the easiest we've
Your
got.
Cert 3 and 4? Oh, great.
Yeah.
So you
Oh yeah,
start
from
me
my
off the
personal training course. I
easiest.
mean, from my personal training course. All right, this one's. We'll see how you go with this one.
Okay.
Quiz question number 2: Are agonist muscles responsible for relaxing? True or false?
Far out.
You should know this one. Shouldn't you?
It's agonist, antagonist. Oh, true.
Oh, this one was false.
Damn, I honestly do not know the answer to that.
Yeah,
Well
the sound bites
done,
are coming in.
Twitch.
Yeah, the sound bites are coming in handy here. All right, she's 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
One for
So, don't know.
We're looking 50-50
Guys, you're
here.
going to ruin my street cred by doing this.
I know, literally. I was like,
This is-
we might have to cut this.
We'll have to cut this from the air.
Wait, is it me now? Is it?
Yeah.
What does HIIT, H-I-I-T, stand for?
High intensity interval training.
Oh, fucking oath. We are.
That was nice. We actually had like 2 options for you to compare to, but you just fucking nailed it.
What
Yeah.
was the other one?
Oh, yeah. It was just like a...
Oh, another
High
abbreviation.
interval intensity training.
Oh, yeah. Same shit.
Mate, me and Blake will literally...
No, I think you just wrote it twice. You didn't write the other one.
No, high interval... Oh, fuck. I've just written it back to front. I've just swapped 2 words around. No, it was so hard. Me and Blake, because like on the website thing, it had 3 options, and they were just, and we literally struggled so hard because it's like one of those things that you say like heaps of times, and it's like a tongue
Yeah, when
twister.
I was about to say
Pops
that,
in
I'm
your
like,
head.
high intensity
Yeah,
training.
oh,
like,
mate. It was so
I'm glad
hard.
it came out right.
Oh my God. I had to rewrite that like 8 times, and I still got it wrong. All right, quiz question number 4. What is another word for an increase in muscle size? Okay, you got 2 options.
Oh, okay.
Hypertrophy or hyperplasia?
It's a hypertrophy, by the way.
Yeah, you idiot. Why would you say that?
Blake told me that's what it was called, all right?
No, the one time I learnt that, learning how to say that properly is really hard because it
True.
literally looks like hypertrophy.
Yeah.
Hypertrophy. I literally had to say that in my head so many times, so I'd never say hypertrophy.
Trophy again.
People still say, I still hear trainers say it like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Well, it looks like that.
Yeah, it does.
Well, so we'll give you...
Sorry to throw you under the bus there, Mr.
Yeah, well,
PT.
fuck.
And this fails for Lincoln.
Yeah. All right, what is... Wait, did you get it? You got it, didn't you?
Hey?
Did you get it?
She got it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right, ready? Approximately how much of your body weight is muscle? 40% or 20%?
Oh, 20%? Oh, no.
40%.
That's really that really...
I didn't know it either.
Steep.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
Well, that's a lot of muscle for someone like
That's why I
I
was
thought like you
surprised.
would have to have
Wait.
nothing to build on.
That's not fact checked.
Isn't it?
It might be right. Are we,
Like, is this based on everyone or like does everyone have 40% worth of muscle? Because
we just went on Reddit. No, I'm just sorry. That's the first. Oh no, the comment said that.
We just made all of these up. Like, it's fucking none of them are legit. It's so good. Nah, you did good. What was that? You got
3 out of
3 right.
5.
yeah,
3 out of 5.
nice,
So
cool,
you're the high
60%.
percentage.
beautiful. I passed.
That's a pass in uni.
Yay.
Yeah,
That's a
That's
pass.
all, and that's all I aim for.
Yeah,
back
that's-
then.
you qualify as a PT. You win.
Awesome.
That's probably how you became a PT. Like, just had to get 60% or something.
It's like a learner's test. You had to like
Yeah.
go in and just fucking
It was
guess.
literally like this. 2 guys just asked me a stupid question.
True or false? That's so good. Awesome. I think that's about everything we've got planned for the
Awesome.
night.
Cool.
Thanks, Ace, for coming on.
No,
too.
thanks
It's
for
a
having me,
pleasure.
guys. Had fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, thanks again for joining us.
And being a teabagger officially.
Yeah, being a team.
Woo.
Do you want to quickly plug your business and stuff? Tell them where they can find you, what they can do.
Yes, so find my website on solactivefitness.com. Am I speaking to the camera here? Should I?
Oh, you
Yeah.
can speak to whoever, yeah.
Yeah, speak to the
Cringe.
audience. Speak to the audience.
Find me anywhere. Just find my Instagram at Sol Activ Fitness and DM me. If you've got any questions, like anything. You don't have to be my client for me to help you. So, yeah,
Awesome.
that's everything.
Sweet. Well, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on episode 32. You motherfucker. Episode 32 of the Teahouse podcast, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, legends.
Yeah, love it. Thank you.